Hi, I'm Alex with Trajectory Arms. Today we're going to be replacing a gas block. Okay, so what you'll need for the replacement are any barrel nut wrenches if you're replacing the barrel nut. You're going to need a tap if you're going to need to clean out the threads. You're going to need Loctite 271 for the gas block set screws, some grease for the roll pin and for your barrel nut. Optionally, you may need a marking pen if you like to mark your set screws. You'll need punches and a roll pin holder for your new pin, a block to hold your gas block while you drive the pin out. You'll need a drive wrench. You're also going to need a gauge pin or a drill bit that matches the size of your roll pin, an inch-pound torque wrench. You're also going to need some replacement hardware, a roll pin, along with the set screws. These are knurled tip set screws, and they are single use only. And finally, you'll need a torque wrench to torque your barrel nut. This gas block has been pinned, so we're going to go ahead and remove that pin before we hit the gas block with heat to get the set screws out. This pin is a coiled pin, so it can be removed either direction. If you happen to have a taper pin in here, you'll need to make sure that you drive from the small end out. Using a rigid support of some type, you'll want to support the gas block while you remove the pin. Now that we've got the cross pin out, we're going to go ahead and put this back on the reaction rod to remove the set screws. Using either a torch or a heat gun, we're going to heat the gas block up to break down the thread locker. Now that the set screws are out, I can use a Delrin hammer to tap the block off of the gas journal. Now that the gas block is off, we can go ahead and remove and replace this barrel nut. There's a little bit of residual grease here, but we're going to go ahead and reapply some more. This is available in our Chem kits if you need any. We're going to season the threads by torquing it 3 times in a row, and then bringing it to a final torque of 60 pounds. Okay, now it's time to prep the gas block for reinstallation. What we're going to do is remove the old Loctite out of the threads, and then we're going to proceed with installation after that. If there was no Loctite on these previously, you can just remove the grease with some acetone. If you have Loctite stuck in here, you can use a 1032 tap to chase the threads out. Now that the threads have been chased and the Loctite is removed, we're going to just hit it with a microfiber and some acetone or denatured alcohol to make sure the threads are clean. I can use my 3/32 Allen key with the microfiber to clean these out. I'm also going to degrease the set screws as well. You can see by the dirt that comes off of these that they were pretty oily. That oil will prevent the new thread locker from adhering to the screw. For reinstallation, I'm going to slide the gas block on and I'm going to line it up with the pinhole. I can use either a gauge pin like this or a 1/8 inch drill bit to do this. The gauge pin or drill bit will help keep the pinholes aligned while we install the set screws. I'm going to apply a little bit of Loctite 271 to the set screws. I don't want to drop the Loctite into the hole because the set screw will act like a piston and push Loctite in and around the gas block, making it really hard to remove in the future. I can now torque these either with my Allen key or with an inch-pound wrench. If you're using the Allen key, you want to turn it until the long leg starts to bend slightly, or you can apply 25 inch-pounds to it with the inch-pound wrench. I like to mark the set screws when I'm done so I know that I've torqued them and they haven't been removed. I can now remove the pin and we're going to install the coil pin now. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on the coil pin to assist with driving it into the block. And then I'm going to use this roll pin holder to get the pin started. Now that it's down to where the holder is close to touching the block, I can finish it off with a roll pin punch or a flat punch depending on the pin type. And there you go.